We are almost at 1 year into the pandemic, and we're taking a look at how parents and children have been forced to adjust to this new normal when it comes to education. So many local families found themselves turning to Catholic schools for the in-person education that their kids needed. WCPO's Allie Kramer has a look at what lasting impacts this may have.
A lot of students feel like they're missing out on monumental high school experiences, things like sports, prom, and graduation. But when it comes to missing out on their actual education, we're finding that some families are taking dramatic steps to get back in the classroom.
It was extremely difficult. I felt like I wasn't learning enough online.
Two high school students with similar struggles. Virtual learning just wasn't cutting it.
It wasn't much learning at all, really. I felt like just wasn't enough to actually learn very much.
Xavier Wiles says he wasn't getting enough out of his virtual education from Clark Montessori High School. After the first semester, he transferred to St. X.
It was very difficult to pay attention in class, and it's sometimes hard to hear what the teacher is saying.
Vikas Kathari transferred from Walnut Hills, leaving his friends and his spot on the golf team behind.
Between the first quarter and the first semester, we had 10 transfer students in, which is an extraordinary number for us.
Mike Deering, Assistant Vice President of Enrollment, says they've been in person the entire year.
When we thought about the welfare of the student, it eventually became pretty obvious that that was the right thing to do.
Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security.
But transferring to St. X or another tuition-based Catholic school isn't financially attainable for many families. Tuition at St. X is just over $16,000 a year, but 43% of students do receive some assistance.
Of the $4.6 million in tuition assistance we give out, it is almost entirely need-based. So that's really our focus.
St. X does offer a virtual learning option, but nearly all students choose to attend in person.
Life in all aspects has continued here, and that's, again, part of what makes in-person learning so important.
Certainly a high school education is very important, but this also trickles down to some of the youngest students as well. And guys, you have more on that.